So the night before the hike was extremely cold and clear. It was absolutely freezing, and it took around 30 minutes to defrost and warm the van up before heading the half-mile down the valley to the Three Sisters car park and the start of the walk. Sorry for the quietness, I'm just concentrating on these bits of ice. Oh, there's something special about being out on the hills on your own in the dark. So we're crossing over the river now. And then we're going to start going up these little scrambly bits. And there's a wire to hang on to if you need it. Such a privilege to be out in the mountains at first light. You know, watching others starting their day from the car park and you're part way up the hill. You just get that amazing sunrise and that daybreak. You know, it does make the extra effort of getting up early in the morning. And in winter, everything takes so much longer, you know, certainly after a night camping in the van. So it's nice to be rewarded with this special morning. So I'm nearly at the scree section. Some of that last bit from the waterfall has been a bit of a nightmare with the ice on the path. There's bits of it, then there's not, then there is, then there's not. There's the back wall. Lovely day. Down to the Lost Valley. Just going to get a little bit further up and then stop for a cup of tea and chocolate biscuits, I think. Nobody about yet, and very still. I've seen one person camping further down in the start of the Lost Valley if you come up, or the end of it if you're going down. And probably a chilly night last night up there. I've done this mountain once before. And I went a little bit further to the right on the head wall on the way up, which was very greasy and horrible really. That little bit of a snow patch in there, there's a bit of a gully. I sort of went up there, it was a bit of shit really. But I'll stick a little bit more to the left this time. This is the head wall and the crux of this hike up through the Lost Valley to reach the summit of Bidean and Bian. And it can be very avalanche prone after fresh snowfall. So I wanted to get this one climbed actually whilst the recent snow had gone and it had, you know, a thorough melt freeze cycle. That said, I think the previous snow had been a week or two before, so it was really good. That's the section done up onto the ridge line. Quite steep in that gully section. Some rock hard neve. Definitely ice axe and crampons, or well, I use micro spikes, but what an absolute stunning day again. Lost Valley, beautiful, cold. It's nice just to pop out of the bowl there and get a little bit of sun. Coming on to the section of the ridge bit. So up there, up that one, to the left, up the middle one, and then the summit at the back. So there's still a little bit of uphill to go yet, really. So a fantastic day. Bit warmer than yesterday because there's a lot less wind. Cold in that Lost Valley though, really cold. Look at that. So it looks like there's quite a thick inversion over the way there. Those peaks have got quite a bit. It does feel like it's building a little bit this way as well, so hopefully that'll thicken up. On the last section, a couple more little sections to do for the summit. Absolutely fantastic day. Chatting to a lady coming across the opposite way. Ended up being about 15 minutes. What a beautiful inversion there. Snow is quite intermittent in places, but where you have got it, it's quite rock hard really. So really nice. Bits and pieces there. So I just flipped you down to these microspikes. So conditions like this, these are absolutely spot on. So they give you grip, but you can also sort of walk over bare rock and stuff with them as well without having to swap in and out. And the snow is not that thick, so they just bite in really well. Last little bit over this one, and then there's a bit of a ridge line onto the summit itself. It's a long hike to the summit through the Lost Valley, but the views are stunning. As the air was so clear, you know, you could just see for miles and miles and miles. It's such an amazing mountain anyway, any time of the year, but I think when it's got a bit of snow and the air's clear, it really does come into its own. The path on the way down was actually quite difficult to navigate in some places. I was so grateful for the microspikes, and you know, you can see now the air quality is absolutely fantastic. So this is the bit from this morning. It was in dark. Steps are huge for my little legs. almost back to the main path now. Gone pretty cold again and dropped into that shade path. It was absolutely atrocious coming off the hill. Took quite a long time actually. But what a fantastic day. What an absolute belter.